Welcome back to Navigating Abundant Retirement, where we talk about living abundantly, not just financially, but in every season of life. I am your host, Carol Dewey, and today's episode is one you'll want to grab a notepad for. As we wrap up the year, there's still time to take action that can protect your wealth and set you up for a stronger 2026. We're diving into what I call the Year-End Playbook, 5 smart strategic moves that can help you reduce taxes, capture opportunities, and bring peace of mind as the calendar turns. Whether you're retired, approaching retirement, or managing wealth for your family, these strategies can make a meaningful difference, and most of them must be done before December 31st. So let's make this your most tax-smart year-end yet. You've heard the saying, it's not what you earn, it's what you keep. Year-end is when that principle really comes to life. It's your chance to take control of taxes, income timing, and charitable giving, things that can either quietly erode your wealth or quietly protect it. Here's the good news. Small, intentional actions now can add up to major long-term benefits. So as you listen, think about these 5 moves as levers, each one pulling you closer to tax efficiency, income predictability, and peace of mind. Move number 1 is check your RMDs and QCDs. Let's start with the most time-sensitive, your required minimum distributions, or RMDs. If you're over 73 or inherited an IRA, you're required to take a minimum amount out each year. Miss that deadline, and the penalty can be a whopping 25% of what you should have withdrawn. So, first step, confirm you've met your RMD requirement. If not, there's still time, but don't wait until the last week of December. Now here's where the strategy comes in. If you're already giving to charity, consider doing a qualified charitable distribution. This allows you to send money directly from your IRA to a qualified charity, up to $100,000 per person or $200,000 per couple. That money never counts as taxable income. Think about that. You're satisfying your RMD and supporting causes you care about without increasing your adjusted gross income. It's one of my favorite win-win strategies. Move number 2 is strategic Roth conversions. That's right, next up is Roth conversions. This is one of the most powerful tools for long-term tax control, especially while today's tax brackets are still historically low. Here's how it works. You move money from your traditional IRA into a Roth IRA. Pay taxes on the amount now, and then enjoy tax-free growth and withdrawals later. The key word here is strategic. You don't want to over-convert and push yourself into a higher tax bracket. Instead, convert just enough to fill up your current bracket efficiently. Think of it as tax bracket optimization. By acting before the end of next year, you can take advantage of this window while it's still open. So ask your advisor or CPA, how much room do I have left in my current tax bracket for a Roth conversion? It's one of the smartest conversations you can have before December 31st. Now move number 3 is harvest gains and losses. This one is often overlooked but can save thousands in taxes. Tax loss harvesting. Here's how it works. If you have investments that are down, you can sell them to realize a loss. Then use that loss to offset gains elsewhere in your portfolio. You can offset up to $3,000 of ordinary income each year and carry forward additional losses indefinitely. But here's the twist. If you've had a strong year in the market, you can also harvest gains strategically, locking in profits at lower tax rates, particularly if you're in the 0% long-term capital gains bracket. In other words, you don't always harvest just losses. Sometimes it's about harvesting opportunity. Before you make any trades, though, talk to your advisor about wash sale rules and the impact on your long-term allocation. The key is coordination, not reaction. Now, move number 4 is charitable bunching. So let's talk about charitable giving, specifically bunching donations for tax impact. Here's the challenge. After the 2017 tax law changes, many people no longer itemize deductions. So even though they give generously, they don't see a tax benefit. Bunching solves that. Instead of giving the same amount every year, you combine multiple years of donations into one tax year, allowing you to exceed the standard deduction threshold and itemize. The following year, you can take the standard deduction again. Even better, you can use a donor advised fund, which lets you make a large deductible contribution now, but distribute it to charities later over time. That's how you turn generosity into strategy. It's a way to do good and do well, both personally and financially. Now, move number 5 is review withholding and estimated taxes. This last move might not sound exciting, but it's one of the simplest ways to avoid stress next spring. Review your tax withholding and estimated payments. If you had a major life change this year, a sale, a large distribution, or new income source, your withholding might not match your actual liability. A quick review with your tax advisor now can prevent underpayment penalties and surprise tax bills later. And while you're reviewing, look at your income sources for next year too. Ask, how much of my income is taxable, how much is tax deferred, and how much is tax-free? That's your tax diversification map. It's what helps you build a flexible retirement income plan, one that can adapt no matter what Washington decides next. Now I've got a bonus move for you. Revisit your estate and legal documents. I can't leave this list without a quick reminder. Year-end is also the perfect time to review your legal documents. Check that your beneficiaries are current, your powers of attorney are updated, and your trusts reflect your intentions. Life changes fast, and the details that get overlooked are often the ones that cause the most heartache later. If it's been more than 3 years since your last review, schedule that conversation before the new year begins. So let's recap your year-end playbook. The 5 moves to lock in a tax-smart 2025. 1. Confirm your RMDs and consider QCDs. 2. Optimize your Roth conversions. 3. Harvest losses and opportunities strategically. 4. Use charitable bunching or donor advised funds for bigger impact. 5. Review withholding and estimated taxes. And of course, that bonus, update your legal and estate documents. Each of these steps builds toward the same goal, keeping more of what you've earned, protecting what you've built, and aligning your money with your meaning. If you'd like help reviewing which of these moves apply to your situation, reach out to us for a 21-point wealth assessment. We'll look at your tax, investment, income, and estate strategy holistically so you can start 2026 confident, prepared, and at peace. I'm Carol Dewey, and this has been Navigating Abundant Retirement. Thank you for spending part of your year with me. And from all of us at Perpetual Wealth Financial, I wish you a joyful, restful Thanksgiving season. Remember, abundance isn't what you have, it's how well you live with what you've been given.